has brown hair, brown eyes. So
My head's
let's
going
start.
nuts.
Let's start.
All right, starting here at High Point University. I'm not going to mention that because
Fucking
you're
have
not
your location.
be like,
Well,
don't come to
if
our
you look
college.
above Jimmy's head,
Shit,
It's right in frame, probably.
it is
isn't
there. It is.
We're
It's
gated,
almost,
guys.
they
We're
must
gated.
have done that on purpose. That's Nito
Yes.
Kubane
Oh,
at
yeah.
his
Oh,
finest.
100%. Smart, man. Smart.
And you know, I got to give him
Look at
credit.
this, bro.
It is gorgeous.
But
Now they
literally
can't see
is
that,
all over
but
the room. Oh my gosh.
the backside, always the best side.
Come on.
Okay.
Start this fucking podcast.
Okay.
all right.
All right. Now, whoa, who just did a thumbs up and why did it pop up on the screen?
That's part of the FaceTime.
That was so sick.
Go like this.
No, you're doing it again.
I know, bro.
Wait a minute.
What?
I'm gonna get.
Watch this.
You never seen that happen before?
No way.
Yeah.
That's lit.
Yeah, bro.
Do a heart. Do a heart. If a heart pops up, I'm about to.
No, it does like hearts and shit.
Yeah,
Do
it
it.
does.
Do a pit. Never mind. Actually.
I was gonna say do a penis as well.
Yo,
Yo, do it together. Do it together. Do it together. No, not like that, you
What the
dumbass.
fuck?
Put it together like that. No,
make a
you
heart?
too.
Oh, that's cute. Somebody screenshot.
Oh my
Somebody
god. New thumbnail.
There you go.
All right.
We'll do that. That's the thumbnail.
Welcome back. Welcome to the 4G podcast. Jimmy, Griffin, Brian, and Matt all the way on your right. I'll give you a better look at Matt right now. There you go. Brian's big ass head covering him. I made that joke before, but we're gonna make it again. A lot to talk about. We talk all things sports here on this podcast. 4G standing for Four Goons, not orgy.
Oh God.
We had to make that joke as well. Got to throw them all out there early on.
Get him out. Get him out.
Two
now.
rules to the podcast. You get a yellow, it's okay. You get a, well, I guess it's then a red. If everyone gives you a red, you do a punishment at the end of the show. So hopefully nobody gets 3 reds. Although you guys are probably hoping they are, because
Jimmy,
who the hell
you
doesn't wanna
gotta
see
be on top of things, bro, because this red has your name all over it.
That's biasy. That's
biased.
It's
Just
a
letting you
biased
know.
broadcaster right there. Don't hire him, folks, if you're looking.
If you're looking for freelancers,
If you're looking for freelancers,
Mike Arriard.
All right, where do we want to start with this one, Brian?
Well, we got some groundbreaking news that happened Tuesday night that involves Woody Johnson, the New York Jets owner.
Fuck out of here.
And let me tell you,
Imagine being a New York Jets
let me
fan.
tell you, there is a lot about it. So when Robert Saleh was fired on October 8th, he didn't consult anyone. No one knew. I bet he showed
Matt,
up
you
to
heard
work
that?
the next day, and Jamal Adams. You know what happened to Jamal Adams
It's
when he
that
tried to
fucking
scan
meme
in?
where he opens the
Yep,
door.
Yep, that probably happened to
They
him.
cut me. They cut me.
They fucking should have cut him. And they did. I'm
He-
glad they did.
He
Fucking
blocked
Adams, he
off
sucks.
contract extensions with Bryce Huff, and he blocked extensions with Hassan Reddick as well. So that's why he held out for all that time. And he nixed a Jerry Jeudy trade that would have sent Alan Lazard in the day 2 pick.
That one doesn't
to
bother me as
Denver.
much because I don't know how much. I mean, Jerry Jeudy and Alan Lazard, they're like
Yeah.
the same player. I don't know how
Yeah.
much. That one doesn't bother me as much.
Lazard
Everything else, though,
sucked this
I mean, is there more? There's more. I know. there's
I'm
more.
just saying, Lazard sucked
Lazard-
this year.
yeah,
yeah,
in
he's
every aspect of the game.
And Tyron Smith and Mike Williams signings were all Woody Johnson driven. Griff, to be a New York Jets fan, let me tell you.
Dude, I personally, as a Washington fan, I'm having a great year. I'm having a great year. I've been a miserable.
Can't relate, Griff.
Do we have a Jets fan on this
Listen, this
I'm a
fucking
second-degree Jets
this
fan, not a
fucking-
first.
You gotta look at it. You
Smart
don't
man
understand me when I say
losing.
this, Griff. This fucking franchise, they do this every fucking time. They get our hopes up. They bring in Aaron Rodgers, the savior. He's gonna save the Jets. He's gonna bring us to a Super Bowl finally. Tears his fucking Achilles 4 plays into the season. He comes back this year and he looks like fucking Brett Favre on the Jets. I'm getting flashbacks from my childhood. He's fucking
God.
wild.
I will say I
I'm
got to
getting
get
PTSD from my 18-month-old self watching Brett Favre sling interceptions for the New York Jets
You know
on
what?
the TV.
I will say, at least you have cool uniforms. You know, I like your throwback
Uniforms
uniforms
are pretty
too.
nice.
They are pretty nice.
I did like them going back to
The all black
throwbacks.
ones are tough. I
They're
like the all
tough.
black.
I gotta
Yes.
get me one.
I got to give my father credit for making me not be a Jets fan.
Yeah, it's a
growing
great
up.
move
He told
on,
me right
Mr.
away.
Roselli. Shout
He's
out.
like, pick a team. He would love you. Actually, he'd hate you because you're short. Now, the funny thing is, he used to tell me, he was like, pick a new team. So my brother picked the Bills.
Oh,
Lucky motherfucker.
What?
And
I
I
don't know
picked the
about that.
Bengals. I think he's a lucky motherfucker. They've had a couple
Losing
great
4
runs.
straight Super Bowls in a row and having
Whatever.
Patrick
Bottom
Mahomes
line
as their
is,
daddy.
Matt,
Yeah.
I blame your father. That's all I gotta say.
I was the one that followed him, so really you gotta blame me. But I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the fucking schedule for the Jets right now, right? Robert Saleh gets fired on October 8th. The games that they played before that were against the 49ers, who at that point in the season were Super Bowl contenders. Now on the fringe, but then they go into Tennessee. They play the Titans. They only win by 7, but they win the game. Who gives a fuck? They go in, they dominate the Patriots at home, which I cannot remember the last time the Jets did that.
Must feel good.
And then they lose. They lose to the Broncos 10-9, but that was like one of the worst games ever. Just everything about that game sucked. And they lose by 6 to the Vikings in London. What cause do you have to fire Saleh in that situation?
He's a scapegoat.
Has he been part of the problem? 100%, absolutely. Not going to deny that. Jets are the most undisciplined team in football. But he hasn't been the problem. He wasn't the problem in the first place. And now you look at the games that they've played since then. 23-20 loss to the Bills. They get dominated by the Steelers in Pittsburgh. They lose to the Patriots by 3 in Foxborough. They beat the Texans. Whatever. That was a fluke.
That was an injury Texans team.
One of the worst games I've ever watched.
Did that get your
That
hopes
game
up
sucked.
for a little bit?
No.
Oh,
Because then they get shit on by
right.
Kyler Murray and the Cardinals next weekend. The motherfucker looks like Stewie running around out there. We got shit on by Stewie. I mean, like, don't even get me started. And then we lose by 1 to the Colts with Anthony Richardson becoming Christ in human form after coming off the bench. But, I mean, what the fuck? Why? Why me? Why my franchise? Pick somebody else.
No.
Fuck.
It's a Jets curse.
No, listen.
No, we are. We're cursed.
So,
We're cursed. That's Joe
Bengals-
Namath's
Gonna
fault.
end
Blame Joe Namath.
Bengals, Washington, Philly, Jets. I've been 20 years of pain.
I was going to say,
It's your turn.
You understand
It's
my
your
struggle.
turn,
His
bro.
turn.
His turn.
Yeah.
When would it's been his turn for 20 years as well?
Of pain. I've been in pain for 40 years. I haven't been alive for 40 years. I've been in pain for 40 years.
Have you
haven't.
witnessed a Jets playoff win yet?
Yes, actually, I have.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
exactly. Have I?
How old were you?
5.
That's like
That
me
was
saying
the Mark
I
Sanchez-
witnessed the
Mark
Phillies
Sanchez.
winning the World Series in 2008. I don't remember when they won the World Series.
I have vague memories of Mark
I
Sanchez
remember when they lost in
swinging
22.
it against. Oh my God, this fucking mic. Oh my God. It's doing the same thing it did the other time.
Jets, man. Jets fan.
I'm
Honestly,
pain, sadness, and
Jets
suffering.
curse,
That's all I
Mike
know.
curse.
I'm sorry,
Pain, sadness,
bro.
and suffering is all I know.
I'm genuinely very sorry. But when they do get good, listen, I'm a Washington fan. It's possible, bro. We're 7-4. We should be.
Woody's got to sell the team for that to happen. You got rid of your
We did.
creepo owner.
We did, and look what happened. Shout out.
That's what you guys
Josh.
need to do.
Josh and
It'll
Adam.
never happen. Woody will not. Woody will never.
You could be a Dallas fan. I think.
I'd honestly, I'd rather stay a Jets fan than be a Cowboys fan.
Oh my God!
In all honesty,
if there's one franchise,
So much respect for this guy.
one
So much
franchise,
respect
one
for this guy.
franchise that you would not want to be a fan. We can skip the Cowboys. We all hate the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean-
one franchise you do not want to be a fan of. Right now, go.
Just list it.
just in general,
Just one, the
fucking
first
Patriots.
outside of the
The
Cowboys. Yeah, fuck the Patriots first of all.
well,
I
because
got a better
not,
one.
no,
I got a
listen,
way
no,
better
you
one.
gotta
I
love
hope
the
though.
Patriots for the fact that they've won. But I mean, like, I just hate him so much because I've watched.
Listen, I would
I've
want-
watched the misery he's caused my family.
I would have won so many middle school table talks if I was a New England Patriot fan. Oh my God, Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's
I
cheat
mean,
code, though,
he-
'cause you have
he's
Tom Brady.
And you
Exactly.
can't even
Exactly.
you can't even
Can't
credit
argue.
Belichick.
They're still winning
anymore.
those talks.
You can't credit Belichick
Ready?
anymore.
Oh, I got one for
Ready?
you, Griff.
I got one.
I think we're gonna say the same thing. Who do you got?
Okay. Jacksonville.
Yep.
Oh,
that's what I was gonna
Jacksonville.
say.
Jacksonville.
Cleveland.
was awful.
Cleveland Browns.
No,
They had Baker. No, because here's the thing. The reason why I wouldn't say it, I
They
wouldn't
were
say
exciting
Cleveland.
for a little bit.
They were very exciting. They were a very exciting. team.
Jacksonville's a young franchise. The Browns have been a franchise since
I was gonna say, aren't the
60s.
Jaguars
thing.
somewhat new?
Yeah, the
But here's
1996.
the thing. Ready? If you I'm going off of just like if we were unless Jimmy doesn't count. All right? I don't know what that-
What did I do?
Because usually when you're a football fan, you're a fan of the city. Like that's what your city.
Okay.
Jacksonville, you got football. That's all you got.
Yeah.
Really.
It's true.
Are
And
you calling me a bandwagon?
I'm not
son
calling
of
you.
a bitch?
There's no such thing as a bandwagon Bengals
Bengals
fan.
fan.
That's
Exactly.
what I'm trying to
You're
say.
not. You're not. You're not.
Well,
But that's
tell my
an
high school
exception.
friends otherwise.
I would not. I will.
You're the size of
send them
one.
down.
Maybe they'll listen to you.
I'm literally about to beat this kid up, bro. I swear to God. That's two unnecessary short jokes. Anyways. Oh my
All
God.
right,
This
I had to
awesome.
use it.
But Jacksonville, I mean, the one time where they had Blake Bortles and they had the
That
gold.
was ridiculous.
And I was like, and they had prime Jalen Ramsey. Like, well, I was like, holy shit, this Jackson
Dude,
is
remember
kinda
when we thought
sick,
they were going
bro.
to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
And what year was that?
2017.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would be a great time for it to be a Jackson fan. But
That
other
would've
than
been
that,
awesome.
who the fuck?
That's all they talk about. That's the only year they can talk about.
I don't blame them. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about this
All
year
right,
for
let's
Washington.
move on. We got some other news out of in New York as well. The Giants are finally benching Daniel Jones, and we may have just seen him play his last game as the Giants as they are starting Tommy DeVito on Sunday
Hell yeah.
against the Bucks.
Tommy fucking Cutler.
Yep,
won.
Tommy Cutlets.
Cutlets.
Daniel Jones was seen at practice today as a scout team safety and has been demoted to the fourth team quarterback. He delivered a very heartfelt press conference speech today, and I think he knows that his time in New York is over as well.
Well, I mean, you can't. What are you going to give him more shots at this point?
No.
Well, what was
You
his?
can't.
What was
It's
his
been
contract?
enough.
So he's making, I think they have to give him $23 million this year. But in his last year, he's making $45 million a year. So they want to get.
They chose
I think they eat
to pay
They
him.
eat about
Yep,
30
they
million
did.
or so
Over
if they
Saquon.
cut him.
Yep. And I'm so glad they didn't pay Saquon.
Oh, I
because-
know.
Yeah.
Go
we know,
Birds,
yeah.
baby.
Keep him in the division.
That
Get him
team.
out of our division, bro. That's my problem. Why would you sell him to a
Micah
division?
Parsons is next.
He better not be going to the damn
If
Eagles.
Micah Parsons goes to the Eagles, I'm going to lose my mind.
You're gonna lose your mind. I have to see them twice a year.
That's true.
Holy shit,
That's true.
dude.
I just know I'll never hear the end of it from him. So
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh my god.
I remember I found out in sports law class, and my friend Jack Amato, if you guys know him, he just he just
know him pretty well, actually.
Yes, very good guy. He whispered over to me Saquon Barkley, and I'm like looking at him like, why? Like, what are you saying, Saquon Barkley? I looked at my phone after class. I went, holy shit, we just got Saquon. I went ballistic, and then we signed Bryce Huff, but now I'm not too excited about that because he only has like one sack.
listen,
We're paying him all
Bryce
that
Huff
money.
was really good when he was with the Jets.
Yeah, and he sucks with the Eagles. He's out
Hey,
for.
send him back. We'll give you Reddick back. Send him back over. I miss Bryce.
gladly
Bryce
take
was,
Hassan
Bryce
Reddick
was
back.
great.
No. Keep it Reddick.
But
Give-
fucking Woody Johnson. I'm gonna stop talking.
But Matt, let me ask you.
New York Jets, if you're watching this, please give me an internship.
Yeah, I
Still,
was
this
gonna
is this is me speaking as a fan, not as a employee of the New York Jets. Please give me an internship.
But let me ask you guys this question before we get into our picks. You have Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall, Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, Tyron Smith,
Tyron Smith sucks, by the way. He's washed.
Quinnen and Quincy Williams, C.J. Mosley, Sauce Gardner, and DJ Reed, and you're 3-8.
C.J. Mosley's been hurt for a little bit.
He has, but he's
He
still a
hasn't-
very good linebacker.
Yeah, he's still really good when he plays. The defense really has not been a problem. Sauce Gardner has had his
well,
struggles
since
this year
Salah
for
got
sure.
fired, they've been a big issue.
Because Jeff Ulbrich is not ready to be a head coach.
No,
in the NFL.
not at all.
I think I think when Salah was there, Salah took a lot of the load off of Ulbrich, so Ulbrich could strictly focus on the defense, and Salah would handle like the smaller aspects of everything.
Yep.
Now Ulbrich has to worry about the duties
whole
of being
team.
a head coach and calling plays for the defense.
yeah.
He doesn't have enough time for it in the week. When Salah was there, he could focus his time solely on the defense because Salah was worrying about the head coach stuff. Now that Ulbrich is doing the head coach stuff and the defense stuff, the defense is taking a great hit because of it.
Yeah, and you think about head coaches as well. Most head coaches can't do both like that. No, they pick one. They started
Nick
off
Sirianni.
one. Salah started. He started in the defensive side of things. So
How'd you
of
feel when you
course,
started shit talking?
when he left, the defense fell apart. A
Yes,
little
yeah,
bit. Well, I
absolutely.
guess fired.
How'd you
didn't
feel when you
get
started shit talking to fans?
I was at that game and I saw that.
Who's
I
shit talking
was
you?
Ballistic. Ballistic. I was like, how? You are
How
a
do you
joke.
talk shit to
Nick
your own
Sirianni is a
fans?
joke.
Yeah.
The reason why the Eagles are 8-2 right now is of one player and one player only, Saquon Barkley. And I'll stand by that statement.
Yeah.
And Vic
Pretty
Fangio has been a phenomenal coach for us, but he's only going to be a coach for so long because he's a million years old. So we'll only have him for like 2 more years, and then we have to start back from square one. But I'm enjoying the time right now. We're 8-2, top of the NFC East. Thank you very much, Griff, for that much needed W against the Thursday against the Commanders.
We'll see y'all again.
And then we got the Rams on Sunday Night Football, which we'll get into later. But guys, do you want to get into our
I do.
week
do it.
11, 12? We're in week
Yeah.
11.
I don't even know.
12.
12?
Matt doesn't know.
I've
He's
lost track. I
been
don't care
checked out
anymore.
since week 5.
Yeah.
But we'll get into our Thursday night football matchup we have with the Pittsburgh Steelers, who have been red hot going up against the god awful Cleveland Browns. Jimmy, I'll start with you. Who do you got?
I got to go Steelers with the way they've looked offensively compared to the Browns. You got to trust in the wide receiver core in the Steelers. That's it.
Yep, George Pickens has been a dog.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
He is a
Griff,
dog.
who do you got?
But he's coming off like 2 80-yard games.
Something like that. He just like my roommate's a Steelers fan. And I talk about with him all the time. It feels like he's got glue on his hands. He just catches everything.
But the problem is, it's Wilson, right?
I don't
I'm
know
not wrong.
because he's been
Has he
he's
pl-
been
Fine.
winning
He's
games.
been fine. He hasn't been
But
bad.
he's not
He's been
always
serviceable.
throwing to Pickens.
He's been fine.
He's throwing, I guess he spreads the ball around a decent amount. But when he does throw to him, you're right, it's glue. But
Yeah.
I think he should throw
Agreed.
to Pickens.
If you
more.
get it in his catch radius, he's coming down with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Until
and it's
Quinyon
just
Mitchell
so
locks
he's
him
a
up,
freak
but
athlete.
We'll wait for that to happen.
This guy, bro.
Oh, God. Here comes Griff.
Yeah, no, listen, I hear all this evil talk. It just makes me throw up. That's right.
Got a yellow card for a reason there.
Steelers Browns. Griff, who do you
Yeah,
got?
I mean, I don't. Obviously, we played the Steelers a couple weeks ago. Should have beat them. I think the Steelers are begging to lose, but they don't lose this game. I think Cleveland is terrible. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You're right.
I think
They've been terrible.
You're right.
They've been
The
terrible.
Steelers defense is just gonna have its way with Cleveland. Actually, so we're filming this on Thursday. The game's it's like in
30 minutes
30
from now.
minutes
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
30
An
to
hour.
An hour.
Yep.
So we'll probably see part of this game, and when we check the score, it's gonna be 21-0 Steelers in the first quarter. So,
Ryan, what do you got?
I got the Steelers. The Browns have been brutal. I love Jameis Winston. He is a terrible quarterback. He never makes the right choices. He did statistically have a really good game last week. He threw for almost 300 yards and 2 touchdowns, but they lost 35-14. I don't see how the Browns win this game. I'm going Pittsburgh.
I think we got a clean sweep here, gentlemen. I don't see
Yeah,
any.
you
I don't
can't.
see any way that Cleveland wins this game unless Jameis Winston has like a vintage Florida State Jameis Winston type of game.
the way they play against Baltimore,
I mean, listen, it's entirely possible, but I think Pittsburgh's going to ball them tonight. I don't think it's going to be close.
All
All
right.
right. Well, that was easy.
Next week, we don't have a lot of good games this week, so we might see a lot of clean sweeps. We have Minnesota going to Chicago. Chicago has been struggling mightily on offense. Again, weapons upon weapons. They got the number 1 pick in Caleb Williams, DeAndre Swift, Keenan Allen, Robo Dunze, DJ Moore, and Cole Kmet, and they are 4-6. Jimmy, who do you got?
Vikings.
Yep.
yeah, I don't mind. I mean, I want to go Chicago because I think Minnesota's fraudulent. I think Sam Darnold. You can't have Sam Darnold as a starting quarterback and be like, yeah.
Oh, I know, pal. Trust me,
Talk
I
about
know.
the pain of the Jets, but
That's just
yeah,
it, man. I didn't understand that right away there, and then I was like, oh wait, I remember
wouldn't-
that era.
I wouldn't be surprised if Chicago somehow pulled it out. Caleb has his moments, but I'm gonna go Minnesota to be safe.
Better hope there's no ghosts in Chicago coming up.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm also going to Minnesota. Chicago is another cursed franchise. Justin Jefferson has been very good this year. Sam Darnold, like Russell Wilson, has been serviceable these past couple weeks. I think Minnesota wins this game.
I've been ragging on Sam Darnold, but I think he's been playing super well this year. And honestly, it has made me very happy as a Jets fan to see him play well this year. I'm gonna go with Minnesota. That defense, that's blind. That Brian Flores' defense is really good.
Oh, for
that
sure.
defense, for not having the names on it that you would expect to see in a defense. He's got those boys playing with their hair on fire. They're playing awesome. I think Minnesota wins this one.
Yeah, and they lost a key piece last year in free agency into Neil Hunter. Jonathan Grenard has been playing very well for this team, along with Andrew Van Ginkel.
Oh my! Yeah,
Let's talk
he's
about
been-
him, man. He's been phenomenal.
Really good. Really, really good.
And he's back with a coach like Flores, who he was with in Miami, and he has been just as productive. So, yeah, we got a clean sweep there. Next,
Surprise.
surprise. We might have another one here.
Yeah.
The Lions, who are coming off a 52-6 victory over Jacksonville, are going to Indianapolis.
All in favor of naming this a clean sweep right away.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. This
Make
is,
it
I mean, that's an.
make it
If
quick,
you're
make
not
it
rooting
easy.
for the Lions right now,
No, and
you're a
as-
bad person.
As an Eagles fan who we're neck and neck with them, I'm rooting for them. Like
Yeah.
the Lions have
fun
been
team, dude.
struggling upon struggling for years upon years. I want to see them win
kinda
until they
cool.
play the Eagles, and then I want to see the Birds.
And
win, of course.
actually, are we going to
That's
do
Philadelphia
this?
for
I don't know if
you.
we're doing this now or if we're doing this later, but actually, because we're talking about this game now, I'm going to lock in my lock of the week right now. Betting lines right now have this game. The line is at 49.5. I'm telling you to hammer the over in this game. If Anthony Richardson plays anything like he did last week against the Jets, I think Indy's going to start to run up the score, and then the Lions, they're averaging 30 points a game, so they're
I like that.
19 points off of the line just by themselves. I think the final score, it's going to be one of those like 28-35, like 30, like 35-30, something like that, something crazy. But take the over in that game. That game is going to be a high scoring game.
So Matt Santana locking in on the Lions, 35-30, final
I
score.
love that. I don't mind that at all. I'm not gonna waste mine yet. However, I will say, for those who don't understand this, by the way, we get an upset of the week and we get a lock of the week for every episode. Matt Santana just used his lock.
My lock is the over at 49.5. So for all you betting gentlemen and ladies out there, take the over.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we know, Griff.
Oh, we know, Griff. We know. All right, next we got the New England Patriots going to the Miami Dolphins. Drake May has been looking very good, but he has very little to work with in New England offensively. Jim, who do you got?
See, it kills me to ever say the Pats. However, I'm kind of leaning a little bit, but I have to trust in Tyreek Hill and Daniels. I think as a coach is just. I think he's the funniest freaking guy on the
He is
planet.
funny. He is.
I find him.
He reminds me a lot
hilarious.
of you, Jimmy.
Yeah, I know, because he's a smart ass, and he's skinny,
Yeah.
and he's small, and he's wearing big-ass glasses. And by the way, I'm not going to make that joke.
Oh, yeah?
I held it back. I held that back. I thought
We
about
all
it.
know where it was
I thought
going.
about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to say it.
We know.
However, no, don't put that red card down. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I said, let me save my punishment for later. However, I love Coach Daniels. I think he's incredible, and I'm going to go with the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Not
Yeah.
going to lock it in, though. Not my lock of the week, just a normal pick there.
Yeah, I
think
mean,
he's-
I like that pick, Jimmy. I'm gonna go with Dolphins as well. Tyreek, you can't go against Tyreek. But again, like I wouldn't be surprised if New England somehow pulled it out because I think Miami has shown that they struggle, and especially with Drake May, the way he's playing, he can do a little bit of everything out there. So I wouldn't be surprised if New England can pull it out, but I'm gonna have to go with Miami on this one.
Did I say Daniels, by the way? I meant
yeah,
Mick
it's Mick
Daniels.
Daniels.
My bad. I had to look that up again there because Mike McDaniels,
Yeah.
hell of a name, but I always thought Mike Daniels for a second there. Mike McDaniels.
I didn't even question it, to be honest. So.
Yeah, it's okay. Kind of slipped out.
Yeah.
Go ahead, B.
I
What do you
am
got?
going as well with the Miami Dolphins. I think they're going to start to pick it up. I think eventually they're going to make a playoff push. I mean, they always make a playoff push towards the end of the. Actually, no, they always choke during the end of the season.
They
I
do,
think.
actually.
I think this year they changed that narrative. They got OBJ back. I don't know if he's going to provide much, but Jalen Waddle's been playing very good these past couple weeks, and you have Tyreek Hill as well. He's a top 3 receiver in the league, so I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins.
I think we have another clean sweep on our hands, gentlemen. I'm going with the Dolphins as well. As a Jets fan, I can't root for the Patriots. I never will root for the Patriots. So I'm going Miami, even though I don't really want to root for them either.
I don't blame you.
All right, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against the New York Giants. Tommy DeVito making his first start in 2024. Jimmy.
There's a big height difference. Come on,
It's
now.
really not that
Big of a difference. Like, golly.
All right.
maybe between me and Griff, but
I
not
got-
so much.
You stay
Wow.
seated down now, Brian.
See Mr. 6 foot over here.
Yeah, right. This guy thinks he's cool.
You thought. You thought.
Thank you, Mom.
6 foot-
Appreciate the height, by the way.
Mom, we're come on now.
I got to go with the Bucks. Baker Mayfield in trust. I mean, wait. Baker we trust.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There you
We
go.
got it out.
Had to sound it
After
out.
saying
You got it.
Daniels, I had to think about all my words now. McDaniels in Baker we trust. He's the man. He cooks up. I loved him ever since Oklahoma. I think he's just gonna be. I wish he didn't get all the blame that he got with the
Agreed.
Browns,
And the
but
Panthers.
he did. Panthers. I mean, I feel like he didn't play great for the Panthers, but for the
Yeah.
Browns,
He got a lot of blame,
they just took OBJ because OBJ is OBJ, and I was like, all right, you guys are dumb as rocks. However, I think he's done terrific things for the Buccaneers, and I got to go Bucks over the Giants.
Yeah,
especially with a new quarterback starting.
I'm a big Baker fan as well. I like everything he's about. Ever since college, Oklahoma putting the flag in the middle of was Ohio State or something like
Yeah,
that.
that was wild.
Or,
Yeah,
I love
That was awesome.
I was
Absolutely.
I was
Penn
and
State
I-
fan.
and I hate Ohio. Yep, I'm a Maryland fan. I mean, I can't really whatever. I just hate Ohio State.
Yep.
So I was a big fan ever since then. But guys, we talk about upset pick of the week.
Oh no.
Listen, guys, listen. I love the Tommy DeVito story. I think playing at New York is different too. I feel like every year it's just like you get this random backup. Obviously, Tommy DeVito's not random, but you get a random backup, and he cooks. And I've seen what the Giants can do at home, and I really do like the Giants' defense. I think they're very good. And I'm gonna go New York with this upset. Listen, John Waldron, I know he's a Tampa Bay fan, and I told him this. I was gonna say this. He did not like that. He was not a fan. Told me to keep my pick to myself. But
I agree with John.
sorry, John. I'm gonna go with the New York Giants. That pains me as a Washington fan, but I like DeVito.
I've been conflicting.
Can't believe that.
I want to pick a different upset, so I'm going to pick Tampa. Baker has been winning without Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. He has been playing very good football. I love Baker Mayfield, love everything about him. So I'm going to pick Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Tampa. There's not much to it than that. Tampa, I like Baker. I like what they're doing down there. They got a good thing going. Only team to beat the Lions so far this season, so don't forget that going into the playoffs. But yeah, I think Tampa's got it. They're figuring it out. Yeah, Tampa.
All right, next we have a big NFC East matchup.
Oh, my.
Dallas Cowboys, another team who has been very disappointing this year, going up against Griff's Washington Commanders, who have been one of the more surprising teams this year.
You picked the Cowboys.
I'm not really gonna pick him. I'm
I mean,
locking
Jimmy,
him
I
in
got
over
your
here.
names mixed up
my
again.
gosh.
Jimmy,
All right, so the urge I have right now, he's looking for his damn red card because he wants to solve it right now. The urge I have to just be like Cowboys all the way and just be like Jerry Jones is a GOAT. Like, I love him. Just curtains up in that stadium is stupid.
You
Like,
wouldn't be able
nobody
to live
wants
with
no
yourself if you
curtains.
said something like that.
I would hate myself for sure. I wouldn't be able to watch this podcast back if I did. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with Griff so I can actually watch the games with him this weekend so he doesn't lock me out of his house because I'm always over there. I'll go with the Commanders.
That is a great pick, Jimmy.
Oh!
That is a great pick. That is a great pick.
And you got a clap from a Philadelphia fan. That doesn't happen every day.
Yeah,
you fucking
listen,
assholes.
Well, if it's the Cowboys, so I'm
Yeah,
always
you're
rooting
right.
against
You're
them.
right. I should
Always
have
rooting
known. I
against
should have
them.
known.
This is one of the oldest rivalries. I hate the Cowboys. I can't stand them. We talk about one of my least favorite teams in all sports. They are definitely top 3. Ohio State is up there as well. VCU's up there. It's a whole other story.
VCU.
Richmond fan over here.
Oh,
I just
yeah,
hate-
yeah,
I
forgot
hate
about that.
VCU.
Yep.
They made me cry too much. Dallas also made me cry as well, so I don't like Dallas. This is my lock of the week because I'm all commies, bro.
What a
Come on.
biased guy over
I don't
here.
care, dude. Listen.
Let's
biased
see me
right there.
picking the Bengals.
The
They're not
over under
playing.
is 45.5. I not gonna lie, I don't know what to do there because it depends on what you see. But I will say Washington is favored 10.5, and I will hit that for sure. Jane Daniels, the way he's been playing, obviously looked like a rookie against the Eagles. We don't got to talk about that. We move on. He's not gonna look like a rookie. He's going to kill the Cowboys. I think we are going to smash the.
And what's that score prediction?
The score prediction is 100. No, I'm playing. Oh my gosh, is going to be 38 to. I'm gonna give the Cowboys 17.
38-17. I like that. I like that.
Okay.
I'm also going to pick the Commanders. I want to see the Cowboys suffer.
Me too.
I hate this team. I don't feel bad for this team. I hope Jerry Jones lives for all of eternity because I think he's been a worse owner than Woody Johnson. I don't know, Matt. You may have a different opinion on that.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah, he has been
Potato.
god awful for
Yeah,
this
potato,
team.
potato. That's
He
insane.
hasn't made one
I'm
right.
off tonight with my sayings.
Hasn't made one right choice with this team except drafting CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons and maybe Trayvon Diggs. But everything's gone bad for the Cowboys. Don't feel bad for them whatsoever. Washington over Dallas.
Yeah, agreeing with that there. Washington, they've looked like, I would say, a top 5 team in the NFC over the past couple of weeks. They're playing really well. Jaden Daniels looks like the offensive rookie of the year. The only thing that worries me is their offensive line. I'm just worried about Micah Parsons being a game wrecker and coming in and just destroying the offensive line. But they've held their own so far this year. I have no reason to believe they won't again. Defense has been playing well enough, and I mean with Cooper Rush in at quarterback, you don't really have to do much to contain him there.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go Washington.
All right.
Next, we got Kansas City Chiefs coming to Charlotte to play the Carolina Panthers. May I
No
ask,
shot, bro.
Oh
is
my
this a
gosh.
clean sweep? I don't.
Hell no, it ain't.
No.
Hell no,
It's
it ain't.
not.
I'm locking in
Locking.
my upset of the week
Oh, okay.
tonight.
I was gonna say.
Right here, right now. You're hearing it from the kid. Back-to-back wins for the Panthers. They take on the Chiefs at home. Mahomes going down, baby. And with his brother. Let's do it. Lock it in.
I'm
What's
assuming
like-
that that's Jimmy's upset of the week.
It is. Upset of the week. Not my lock, because that would be...
I was gonna say, it better not be a lock.
says you.
My lock and upset are very realistic.
What's your lock, Jimmy? Do you have one yet?
I haven't said it yet. It's coming.
okay,
It's
okay.
coming. I can't even see my computer screen. I have OBS up for everyone who's seeing the different cam angles. I don't even know what's going on statistically right now. I'm just going off the top of my head. Why do you think I
never
said
good.
Daniels
That's
instead of
never
McDaniels?
Jimmy is stupid for that pick. Listen, Kansas City coming off the loss, they're pissed. Mahomes is pissed.
Yeah, he should be. You know why? Because his season's over.
It's not over. They
It is.
lost.
Panthers
one.
are coming for him. I
Okay,
promise you.
I'm just gonna say Kansas City.
I'm also picking the Chiefs. No explanation. The Panthers are terrible.
That's what I'm hearing out of there. I'm hearing a whole lot of bullshit from an Eagles fan.
Okay.
I actually agree with
Coming
the
from
Eagles
a
fans.
Bengals and
Yeah.
Jets fan right here.
All right, keep it going, Matt.
No way.
No, switch it up, baby.
No
Join the
shot.
dark side.
I think I'm riding with Jimmy on this one.
Wow.
I don't know.
I like it.
Come
I
on
like
I
it.
now.
don't know. Carolina, I
didn't know we
saw
had a
I
podcast
saw
full of
something
idiots.
I saw something in Bryce Young last week. It looks like he had that spark back that he had when he was with my Tide, roll Tide always.
Oh my God.
He just looks like he's got his confidence
Come on now.
back. He posted on Instagram a cool little caption. It looks like he's got his swag back, man. I don't know.
Oh, he's got it. Let me tell you
Mahomes has
something.
been playing this season. He got more INTs than he
He's
does
shook.
touchdowns. So I don't know why nobody in the national media has been talking about that. Mahomes has not been playing well this year. Their defense
Yeah,
and
it's
their
been very
defense and their play calling has been what's carrying
He's
them all
shook.
year. I don't know. Carolina, Kansas City's voodoo magic is going to run out, I feel like, against the Panthers.
You're damn right.
And Panthers, I feel like it's going to be one of those games where, like, the Panthers are so bad and, like, it's so chaotic that it just works out for the Panthers. Like, does that make sense?
I agree. And
I think it's just going to be one of those games where, like the chaos is too much for the Chiefs' voodoo magic, and Carolina pulls it off.
keep clicking that button too many times. My bad. I just cut back and forth like 6 times by accident. But the bottom line is, Matt and I are geniuses, and it's something about us Northeasterns coming down to North Carolina and saying, wow, I just love it down here. North Carolina
Brian.
Panthers are going to win it now.
Carolina,
between me and
give
you.
me the Panthers.
When we filmed this, and Carolina gets the breaks.
Clapped.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Okay.
You guys are gonna hear it. I'm just
Yep.
gonna let you guys know and how stupid you guys are.
Okay.
I'm not
Sweet.
even going to talk trash because it's just a terrible pick. Anyways, we got we got Tennessee.
Hey, Matt.
That's my upset of the week, by the way, to clarify that. That is my
That
upset
is
of
your
the week.
So we're
upset
both
of
in
the
the
week.
upset of the week.
Yeah.
God bless you, Matt Santa. See, this is why we were on call for women's soccer all season long.
Shout out High Point Women's
This
Soccer.
is why we do it.
Shout out High Point Women's Soccer.
Yeah.
The
All
goats.
right, we got Tennessee and Houston by a show of hands. Is this a clean sweep?
I say I.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, in favor of Houston, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Clean
yeah.
sweep.
And
Send it over.
This will be my lock of the week: 28-7 Texans.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to
Uh,
hop in with that.
Denver and Vegas.
He just skipped me completely.
He did, yeah. Fuck you, Jimmy.
I'm locking in with that as well. That's my lock of the week.
That's your lock of the week.
Yeah, we'll
okay,
join each
awesome.
other.
That
you
is
know what? I'm finally going to join an Eagles fan for something.
okay.
I just think, wait, what's the spreadsheet on that? I wish I could. I have it down on my Google Doc.
My betting
Spread,
geniuses.
It's fine.
I
I'm
looked
gonna,
at it before.
I'll go off the tip of my penis. I'm gonna say.
Yo, can we yell, Gordon?
No,
Can we
that's-
please yell,
yo,
Gordon?
that's wild.
That's a yellow.
That
Get
was
out
a
of here. That's a
minor
yellow.
joke.
No, you.
That was the
that's a
most
yellow.
minor
That's a yellow.
joke.
You cannot.
One more, buddy, and you're getting punishment.
Well, if you see it, you wouldn't fucking be saying it's a joke. I'm just joking.
I
Don't
was-
even.
I don't
All
want to
right,
get
Jimmy,
Don't even.
Jimmy,
Don't
the
wanna
line
get
for
yellow.
the line for this game is Houston. Spread is Houston minus 7.5. Over under is 40.5. Money line is Tennessee at plus 320.
I mean, I got him winning by 2 touchdowns. And actually, no, I was going to have him winning by a touchdown and field goal. So I'm going to say 30. No, I'm going to say 27-17
27-17.
in favor of Houston.
Not bad. I like that.
Yeah, thank you, Griff. It's about time you fucking came to your senses.
All right, next we got the Denver Broncos going to Vegas to take on the Raiders. Jimmy, I'll start with you.
Let's take a sip of water, you asshole. We're Denver Raiders.
Yes.
Broncos. Let's do it. Lock
Yep.
it in.
Yeah.
I like the way they look offensively so far. And in the beginning of the season, I mean, God, don't even talk about them as a football team. But now I think they're really starting to click.
I got Broncos country. Let's ride.
Oh, God.
Okay. And you know what?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is going to be my upset of the week. I am going to pick the Raiders.
Oh.
They're at home. I think they're due for a game. I think Max Crosby's going to maul Bo Nix.
I feel like I haven't heard his name a lot all
Yes.
year. I feel like he's due for
It's
one.
just because he's part of such a shitty franchise.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the Raiders beat the Broncos, and this will be my upset of the week.
Yeah, I disagree with you. I'm going with Denver. Bo Nix looked really good. I still think
Hurt my feelings, man. Damn.
I still think Bo Nix is a check down merchant, in all
Yep.
honesty. But I mean, he's winning them games. So as long as it's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm
Yep.
going with Denver.
I like what Bo Nix is doing, but I'll keep that short, and we'll keep it going here.
Talk about for a second there. You mentioned Crosby. Has anyone seen the McDaniels and Crosby?
Yes.
clip of
That
him
was
chirping
good.
him?
That
He
was
chirps
good.
every
That was
player.
Fucking hilarious.
I don't know why
I
you was like a
dying.
5. I think saying he's 5'8" is generous, but like being a 5'8" skinny head coach chirping dudes that could like eat you for breakfast.
Yeah, especially
I
Max
like
Crosby.
Look at
Especially
Griffin.
Max
Griffin's
Crosby.
roasting me right now. Like I'm a coach. Do you think
Max
I'm a football
Crosby
coach?
is a scary
it's a
looking
scary
dude,
dude.
too.
So
Scary looking
Griffin
dude.
asked me who's the greatest college basketball player of all time the
my
other
God,
day.
this shit was stupid.
And it's a simple answer.
Say it.
Grayson Allen, baby. Grayson Allen is the greatest college basketball player.
This kid.
Can we
ever walk
get
the
somebody
planet.
else to hit the womp womp sound
Yeah,
on the soundboard, please?
I got
Yeah,
you.
that's-
I
that's
just covered
for
you.
you.
No, because
That's for
Grayson
you.
Allen is a goat.
No,
It's like he's like the Michael
He's not even
Chandler,
the best
right?
in
He doesn't
Duke.
always win.
If
Michael
it
Chandler's
comes to-
entertaining
I can
as
name
hell
10
in
better
UFC.
Duke players.
What?
I don't
Grayson
care.
Allen might be a better like jiu-jitsu wrestler
Jimmy,
than
I'm
he is
gonna
a
have to
basketball player, the way he
highly
trips people
disagree.
on the court.
God.
Guys,
Matt.
I think Grayson Allen's the most entertaining basketball player to ever walk the planet.
He
and
is.
moving on.
Entertaining, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
let's move on.
We'll move on here.
Don't get me started with this.
I really just did that just to piss off Matt Santana, folks.
I
I
Stupid
like
takes.
Grayson Allen too, but just the best college
All
basketball
right,
player of all time.
All right, maybe I should reword it so that everyone can actually be happy about the factual part of it. Most entertaining college basketball player of all time.
Maybe. I don't
Hey,
know.
Zion
I was
Williamson.
about to say, I got
Zion Williams is just big.
Grayson Allen was entertaining in the sense that he was a fucking
John
asshole.
Morant?
And you didn't know what he was
Yeah,
gonna do.
Yeah.
and I
John
love him.
Morant was
He's
in-
misunderstood, not an ass.
No, he's an ass.
Don't go after
Duke's
my
had a
boys.
lot of white basketball players that are assholes. Christian Leitner, JJ Redick,
If you
Grayson
mention Bobby
Allen.
Hurley, I'm coming after you.
Bobby
Who?
Hurley.
Here.
I didn't say it.
Griff, you know what? Keep rooting for your Richmond Spiders. Let's see
Go
where that gets
Spiders,
you.
baby. Go Spiders.
All right,
Let's
we'll
see where
keep it
that
going
gets
here. We got finally a pretty decent matchup here.
The next three are pretty good.
Yeah, we got the 49ers going to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Jimbo, what you got?
I don't remember what I said when we briefly discussed this prior.
I
think
do.
we said
I had Packers down for you.
okay. I might have to change that up. Kittle's back this week.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a game changer. I'm going 49ers. I think Kittle being back is going to be a game changer
That's
because of the fact that in the beginning of the week, or the beginning weeks, I should say, I think I put a parlay down on him for $1, and he had like not four, but like
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row he had a touchdown. I was like, yo, God bless this guy. I'm going Kittle. In Kittle we trust.
I need Green Bay to lose because I do not want the 7th seed because we play y'all, and I'm not trying to play y'all in the playoffs. So I need Green Bay to lose, and I think they can. I think Green Bay, Jordan Love has not looked impressive. Talking from he is my fantasy quarterback, and I know. So, yeah. And I think, like you said, San Francisco is kind of that team that just, they always kind of get it done, right? And I think Green Bay's it's hard to win in Lambeau. It is.
It
but
is.
I'm going to go San Francisco as well, Jimmy.
I'm going to go with the Packers. I'm going to go off you there, Griff. It's very hard to win in Lambeau. The 49ers haven't started clicking on offense yet, even with McCaffrey back. And it's a 4 o'clock game in Lambeau, 3:30 their time. I don't know what the time zone is there, but I'm going to go Packers.
San Fran. Keep it short, keep it simple. I think they're going to get on a roll here. Their entire offense is finally healthy. The O-line still a little banged up, I think, but their skill position players offensively are all back. I think San Francisco is finally going to get it rolling and be the team that we all thought that they would be. San Fran.
Amazing.
All right, next, another good game we have on. Arizona taking on Seattle, who just came off a big win against 49ers. Those three teams and the Rams actually it's going to be a tight race in the NFC West. So who do you guys got in that one?
Wait, is this a Sunday night game? What are we talking about? Which one?
Not Sunday night game.
You mentioned like 4 different teams there. I'm confused.
Arizona and Seattle.
Arizona, Seattle. All right.
Sorry.
I got to go Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm going to go Seattle.
You know, Seattle.
We're keeping this one quick.
I
short
am
and
also
sweet.
going with the Arizona Cardinals.
Wow. First split of the day.
No,
Going
we
Seattle.
had our upset of the day split as well. But
Oh, that's
that
true.
One was
Forgot about that.
More,
Yeah.
Stupid.
That was more
gonna-
just us fucking around.
You know what,
than
Griff?
Yeah, fucking said it. What are you going to do?
Nothing.
We're all friends here. We're all friends here.
4 Goons, 1 podcast. Don't expect much more out of
Pretty much. Yeah.
4
give me
brain
Seattle.
cells, I guess is the better way to. I came up with the name 4 brain cells, and everyone was like, no.
I didn't say that.
I was like, can we check our GPAs, please? Maybe they'll believe us.
No.
Speak for yourself.
Mom, my
I'm just
GPA
joking.
is 3.0.
Mine's
Mom,
like
I
a
do.
3-4.
Mom, I do
So
my
I was
homework.
joking.
You guys are in
Anyway.
the threes? Wow. Good for you guys.
Ones?
All right. Yeah, who do you got, Matt?
Oh, no, he already said.
Seattle.
All right.
Seattle. Awesome.
One more. 2 more.
Sunday
2 more.
night football. Birds. Rams.
We can.
Brian
probably-
doesn't even need to say
I was gonna say
anything.
we can skip Hanway for
Brian
this. We
doesn't
know
even
what
need to say
he's
I don't even want to listen to Hanway in the bottom line here. He's going to talk for about 10 minutes longer. We're already at 40 minutes for this segment. He's going to be like, oh, I think the Eagles are the best team in the fucking football league. I don't know if anyone asked. I got the Rams. I got Matthew Stafford going absolutely off. I think he's I don't know if he's the oldest quarterback in the league or not. He's in his 30s, high 30s.
Not the oldest. No.
He's not the oldest?
No. Joe
Second,
Flacco?
third, fourth?
Joe Flacco's the oldest.
Well, okay. Well, I mean
Flacco-
starting. Flacco, well, actually, he might be starting now.
Aaron
too. He had his
Rodgers. Aaron
moments.
Rodgers.
Rodgers is
The
fucking
oldest.
decrepit.
One of the more
Whatever.
experienced.
He'll be
Whatever.
40.
Bottom line is Matthew Stafford's old enough to be all of our fathers and have us be in our teenage years, and he's still dominating. I got to go with Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna have to go with the Eagles. Los Angeles doesn't have that good a run game, and even if they did, I think Philly's defense and with Saquon as well. So I'm gonna go Eagles, unfortunately.
Eagles have been statistically one of the best defenses in the league, especially in the pass.
I thought we were saying we were skipping Brian.
Can I play Jeopardy music? That's not on this
have
soundboard.
been two absolute studs, both in the Defensive Rookie of the Year conversation. Birds, birds, birds.
Do it.
Birds.
Do it, Matt.
I would love to do it, but I can't.
Yeah,
I
go
know.
Birds, baby.
I'm gonna go with
Yes, sir.
Philadelphia.
Oh my god.
I know.
As much as I dislike hearing Mr. Hanway talk about them, they are a really
If you're listening
smell
closely, folks, you'll hear this. That was him kissing Brian's ass.
All right. Monday Night Football, the Harbaugh Bowl.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I'm gonna give you a yellow just for that.
I already have a yellow. One more yellow, I'm out. Everyone fucked me over early on.
All right, we got the Harbaugh Bowl, Monday Night Football. John Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh, Ravens, Chargers. They haven't gone up against each other since Super Bowl 47, where John Harbaugh and the Ravens came on top. What happens this Monday, Jim?
I've said it before. I'll say it again. I like Zay Flowers. I like Thomas, the way he's stepping up there in the tight end spot. I think Lamar, I know you don't have the strongest opinions.
No,
over
I do.
Lamar.
I like. It's
is
my
it your-
brother.
It's your brother.
It's my brother.
You know what? Shout out John Hanway.
Shout out Lloyd, baby.
However, I think the Ravens offensively have been good. I like Gibbs and Dobbins, right? Yeah, Gibbs and Dobbins going back and forth at that running back spot.
Gibbs.
Is it Gibbs? Jibs?
No.
Who is it?
It's
Whoa.
Who's the other
what
one?
was that
Gibbs.
what was that?
So Jameer Gibbs is on the
I know.
Lions, and J.K.
No,
Dobbins
no,
is
no,
on the
no,
Chargers.
no. Who's the other running back with
On the
Dobbins?
on the Chargers?
Yeah.
Oh, Gus Edwards.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Did they
is.
trade him? Dude,
No.
I've been
They
putting
signed
bets
him-
on one guy.
They signed him in the free agency.
I'm telling you right now. Look it up right now. No, we're getting
looking
it.
it up.
Gus
now.
Edwards is
I'm looking it
on
up.
the
I'm
Los
looking it
Angeles
up.
Chargers.
Who's the guy who's second in their running back spot? Not running back, maybe halfback,
It's
fullback.
Gus Edwards. Hassan Haskins, is that who? Are you putting money on Hassan Haskins,
I did.
Jimmy?
Not gonna lie.
I think
What?
you're
I
talking
did.
about
Yeah, you
Jameer
would,
Gibbs
Greg.
and David
You
Montgomery
fucking
because they're on the
delinquent.
Lions.
Griff, you know who Kamani
Folks.
Vidal is?
Nope.
Okay, good.
I wouldn't
was
know,
gonna say.
honestly. I can't
If
pull
you're
up my
betting
damn stat
touchdowns on
sheet
Kamani
because I have
Vidal-
OBS up. All right,
What?
let's restart there. I'm going to go Ravens.
Yeah, man. I don't think the Ravens lose back-to-back games. Chargers look good though, but I'm gonna go Ravens.
I think the Ravens are one of the more fraudulent teams in the league. I'm going Chargers.
Give me the Ravens.
All right, and that was quick, easy because Jimmy fucked up the names of the running back, but I swear to God, I've bet on this guy on the Chargers with Dobbins. It was his other guy. So maybe it was Edwards, but that was just a stupid bet then.
I
So
think you're
no
talking
wonder
about
I lost.
Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery.
I have done that one as well. So I probably am just mixing them
a
up.
good person to
But
bet.
guess what? I talked about our IQs, and I'm living up to it, or at least one of us is, and Griff. Let's move on to college football. Well, come on now. Talk of America right now with the way we've been looking. And Saturday, some phenomenal games, and I would read off the games if I could see my
I
damn
got you,
screen.
bro.
However, I can't. So you guys got it.
Listen, college football. I'm a college sports nerd, so I love this. This is my shit. Listen, Ole Miss at Florida. Do we want to do picks, or are we just gonna read? The
I would just do
games?
picks. I would just do picks.
All right, so-
because the way we're looking time wise, we're
we'll
at
do
43.
We'll do quick picks. Ole Miss at Florida.
I'm going Ole Miss. I think they're 9 in the country right now.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going. I just like the way they look as a whole. Let me switch the camera angle because I can see already that it was bad. I think that they are on the rise, Ole Miss, and I think they're underrated. Also, shout out Seller Shy for coming in and talking to us.
Oh yeah.
Lead producer for CBS Sports. He went to Ole Miss. His son plays lacrosse there. Really nice guy, and he talked me into rooting for Ole Miss. So I'm going Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I sound like a woman during March Madness. But it's fine.
No. I mean, you're right. Everything you said is right. Ole Miss. I mean, they lost 2 early on, and now they have to win out. Unfortunately, I don't see them winning at the Swamp. I think.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah, I think.
Interesting.
I think the Swamp is a different place. I mean, you saw what they did to LSU last week. I'm gonna go Florida.
I'm going Ole Miss. I've liked what I've seen out of Jackson Dart, so I'm going to go Ole Miss.
It pains me to say this because I hate Ole Miss, but I'm going with Ole Miss.
It's okay.
They're Ole Miss, and again, this hurts me so much to say because Roll Tide forever. But Ole Miss, if they could put it all together, they could be the best team in the country. They could be. I mean, Jackson Dart played like a Heisman contender in the beginning of the year, and then has shit the bed a little bit. But he was in Heisman talks at the start of the season, and this defense, what they did to Georgia, I mean,
I
just
was
flying,
watching.
flying around the field. I mean, that defense could be legit
okay,
if they
Griff?
lock it in. So
I'm okay right now.
I got Ole Miss in this game, and don't be surprised if they make a sneaky run in the playoff.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Now we're talking about probably the biggest game, Indiana at Ohio State.
See, I know where this is going. Indiana's a Cinderella story. It's not going to happen. However, who's going to shit on a Cinderella story?
Not me.
I
Oh.
love it. I'm going Indiana. Because I'm rooting for them, not because that they should win. They should lose this game.
Yeah.
If you think about it, they should every time. Like nine out of 10 times they should lose this game.
This is the one.
But this is that one time. You ever heard Miracle on
I
Ice?
knew you were gonna say
Oh,
that.
you're damn right.
We
Because
can
I
beat 'em-
probably quoted this 15 times to Griff.
If we played them 10 times, they might win 9, but not this game. Not tonight. That's
Yeah.
Jimmy's. Yeah, I like that.
No, you look like you're playing in a playoff game up in Rochester. I love that guy so much. All right, great movie. Moving on. We got Indiana.
Unfortunately, I will be shitting on the Cinderella story. I don't think Indiana's good.
You Soviet.
Cupcake schedule. I think they get blown out by Ohio State.
I don't.
Yep.
Really?
I don't think they're gonna get blown out by Ohio State, but I think it's gonna be a close game. I don't want to pick Ohio State, but I'm gonna pick Ohio State.
Yep.
I'm in the same boat with you, Brian and Griff. I don't like Ohio State. I never have liked Ohio State. They stole Caleb Downs from my beloved Tide. I am gonna go with Ohio State though. Indiana, they haven't played anybody, and I don't trust them enough yet.
Agreed.
So I'm
a
gonna
bunch
go
of
with Ohio
wussies.
State. Love the story. Love Indiana. Love what Coach Signetti is building with that program. I can't pick them.
Can you guys see a pattern on this podcast, by the way? Jimmy likes to have fun. Everyone else likes to be logical. This is
because
absurd.
I don't want to have to do a punishment at the end of the year when your fucking picks record looks like
Shit.
Bring it on.
Shit.
Bring it
like
on.
And you gotta
Jets
sleep out
record?
on like a cold
Bring it
bench or
on.
something. What?
I will be keeping track of that picks record.
The picks are getting kept track of, and for everyone, we should have a vote at the end of the year that somebody can vote and say, "Oh, we shouldn't let Jimmy get punished because he actually made the podcast interesting." God,
I will
All right.
say that.
Moving
God
on.
bless Jimmy
BYU,
Roselli.
Arizona State.
Yeah. Jimmy, you want to go?
I say it again. I wasn't listening.
BYU, Arizona State.
Know nothing about either team. I'm gonna go BYU.
yeah.
This is the problem with college football for me. I cannot see my stat sheet, so I'm gonna just
good.
say what I think. BYU. That's what I picked in my stats. I don't know why. I can't back it.
It's fine. No, listen.
We're gonna figure this out next episode.
BYU. I'm sorry, Jimmy. Again, I'm not even trying to do this on purpose. Arizona State's been playing really well.
You're a piece of
It's kind
shit,
of
Griff.
weird thinking that the Big 12 can have no teams in the playoffs if they all sabotage each other. But Arizona State sabotages BYU. I'm gonna go Arizona State.
I like that pick.
Of course
Arizona
you do.
State.
Of course you do.
Listen, I'm picking BYU,
Okay.
but Arizona State had a very impressive win last week. They have been historically a very bad program. I'm going BYU though. I've liked what I've seen out of them, and yeah, so that's my pick.
Give me the split. Give me Arizona State.
That's a great pick, Matt. That's a great pick.
Give me the split. I
Amazing.
don't know. They just got that. They got that aura, man. They got something about
yeah.
them. I like them. I like what they're building.
I like that. Matt. Two smart guys right here. Okay.
yeah.
Next.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
I wouldn't use those words.
Probably. We can say America's team right now. Besides Indiana, Colorado.
No,
Oh God,
it's not America's team.
It's kind of is though if you really think about it. They were a very
Yeah.
They were a very.
Me and Brian
They
look at
were
each other
a
like, no.
very entertaining 4-16 or whatever 4-7.
4-7, I think.
Last
4-7.
season, I would have backed you. This season, I say no.
Well, they still are. So at 16, Colorado goes to Kansas, who's been on a roll. Who you got?
Now I'm gonna freeze because I wanted to say Kansas but I think that's just biased of
No, no,
me
no. That's
talking
actually-
about but if you look at Sanders, coach, of course, I don't think.
Well, the quarterback.
No, I know, but I'm saying
Yeah,
coach,
yeah.
like to specify. I know, but I'm saying I don't really love prime time. Like I'm not. I loved him last year, and this year I think he's just up the officials' butt. Like every clip I see, I never see a clip where it's like, "Good call." It's just like, "You suck." They're throwing things at our
That's
players.
prime. That's prime for you though.
All right, well then I don't know. I don't know if I fully support it. I mean, I'm not against him. I think he's a good coach. He's done tremendous things for the program. I think he was great at Jackson State, but I just don't. I don't back the media attention Colorado gets for no apparent reason. I mean, I know they're good, but like
That's understandable.
You know,
It's
Kansas
annoying.
is playing incredibly well, but I don't see them getting that media attention. But that's again because it's prime time and it's because his son's there and Shakur, right? What's his name?
Shedeur.
Shedeur. All right, we're gonna get off on topic here, but I think. I don't know. I got to go Kansas.
Yeah, and honestly, that's a very good pick.
It's not a bad
It is
pick at
very
all.
good. Kansas started off the year terrible. I don't know what the hell they were doing.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be one of the big time college
They were
football
supposed
teams.
to. They were supposed to win the Big 12. I think
They were
one of the
comfortably
favorites
too, right?
Yeah.
As we between them, Colorado and BYU, they've been playing really well as of late. They beat obviously BYU, and I believe they beat Iowa State as well. So
They did.
Fucking
everybody up.
I unfortunately I want a Big 12 team in the college football playoffs, so I'm gonna go Colorado.
Okay. Why'd you look at me like that, you motherfucker?
I'm going to pick Kansas as well. They have been messing everything up from the Big 12. I'm going to ride with
Shut
Jimmy
up,
again
We're
on this
dialed
one.
in.
So Kansas Jayhawks over the Colorado Buffaloes. I think this is a game that Colorado can lose. That can fuck up their entire season.
I
So,
completely agree with you, Brian. But Griff and I, we're like this right
We
now.
are on
We're like
something.
this right
Dude,
now. We're
let's
locked
go.
in. Give me Colorado. I love the story. I love Coach Prime. I love Shadur. I love Travis Hunter, who just declared for the draft today. Actually,
yeah.
Just said he will put his name in the draft at the end of the season. So,
Yep.
give me
for him.
Colorado.
he should be the number 1 pick in the draft, by the way.
Shadur? Oh yeah, for sure.
No.
Shadur or
Oh,
Travis Hunter?
Travis?
Travis Hunter.
I don't hate that.
I don't mind that.
I don't mind that.
I think it's confusing because of what position he's gonna play. I
Both.
mean, that's all. I agree. I don't know why he
I don't
wouldn't.
think
but
he should play
I
full
don't
time
know.
both. I think he's a better corner than he is a receiver.
Agreed.
So I
Yep.
think he should play full time on defense. And if a team is smart, they'll build packages for him offensively.
He would
to
be
get him
the
on the field.
best wide receiver 3 in football.
Oh, 100%.
The best wide receiver
Absolutely.
3 in
Yeah,
football.
for sure.
Absolutely.
I
He'd
li-
be a
I
wide
like that.
receiver 3 with wide receiver 1 upside. Pretty
Yes, absolutely.
Who I know is just quick. Jacksonville is number 1 right now. That's what we're looking at.
Yes, and if they're stupid
know.
enough to not take him,
But the thing is,
'Cause they don't
Prime's-
need a
Prime
quarterback.
said that he won't let either of those boys play at a place that he didn't want them to play at. I don't know if he's going to let them play in Jacksonville. I don't know if he'll let them do that.
See, like, again,
Here we
really,
go.
dude?
It's like LeVar Ball.
Like,
Yeah.
really?
Thank
like,
you.
Again,
That's a great
I agree.
comparison.
I so agree.
But I could see
And
it
guess
from
what?
Prime's perspective because he doesn't want his guys to go into a situation where they're not going to succeed.
What's the middle child's name?
Jello.
Yeah.
Shiloh,
Why
yeah.
did he get arrested, right?
Jello. He's talking about the
Because
Ball
the
brothers.
father was up their
oh,
guy's
ball
butt.
Yeah, sorry.
He was up their butt. And now Lonzo finally fixed his shot for him, but again, he probably defended that forever. Like, he wanted all 3 of them to go to the Lakers. He was, there was nowhere else, and look what happened.
And Melo took his
One
own
went
path.
to the Lakers, and he's not even playing.
I
and
didn't like him as
LaMelo
bad.
goes to the Hornets, and he's playing phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like the boys' path or Melo, Jello's and Lonzo's path. I mean, and then Melo, of course,
Chino
going-
Hills was
going
incredible,
to
though.
play.
Best college.
He played in
I don't know about the best
Lithuania
high school. Probably
because
second
Jello
best
got
high school.
arrested.
One of the
And
more
that fucked his
entertaining
whole
ones.
shit up.
Yeah.
So
All right, reeling it back in, get back on topic.
No, we could go off on Chino Hills right now. I love Chino Hills. That was the most
2020
most entertaining
Montford
thing ever.
team is the best high school team of all time.
I agree with that.
Montverde or
Montford.
Montford.
With Cadenham.
Cadenham.
yeah.
Okay.
18 Army at 6 Notre Dame. Jimmy, what do you got?
I know.
I
what
gotta
he's
go
picking.
Army. I love
Oh,
Army.
I thought you were gonna go Notre Dame. Okay.
No, I don't like. Okay, well, I can't say that. Apparently, I found out Notre Dame isn't even an Irish school. It's
Thank
a
you.
French.
Thank you.
That were we on broadcast together when we found that out?
No, I've known this since I
Wow,
was
well, there goes my
7
dreams.
years old.
That just shut me down
7
real
years
quick.
old. Thank you, Jimmy. I could
No.
go on and on about Notre Dame.
So I was no. I swear to God, it was us.
It may
I
have been
swear
us.
to God,
I don't know,
We were
but
on
I've known
baseball
for the
together.
longest time.
We were calling baseball together here, and he mentioned Notre Dame something. And I go, yeah, Notre Dame, Irish school, and he goes, Jimmy, they're French. And I, what?
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
French.
Yeah.
It's hilarious to me that and they're fighting
their
Irish, and they
mascot
come
is the
out to
Fighting Irish.
they walk out to the fighting Scotland or whatever it is. The Scottish the Brave.
They are the Dallas Cowboys of college football.
Wow. That is wait.
Whoa.
Say look at the camera and say that.
Which
right
one?
now.
That one?
That one right there.
They are the Dallas Cowboys of college football. I hate this team with a burning passion.
Wow.
Oh my
hate 'em.
God.
My cousin's on the swim team there. Shout out Madison. I
Madison
hate
doesn't like you
Notre
anymore.
Dame. My aunt and uncle are.
Oh my God! Another
mic
one.
again.
This is the second time you've
So,
done that.
ladies and gentlemen, it is Frank Sinatra. And did it my way.
You know what to do.
But anyways, I hate
I
Notre Dame.
can't even extend my biceps
Stick it
because I've
in
been
and
working out for a
twist,
damn
Jimmy.
day.
Stick it in
Yeah,
and
okay.
twist.
One day
biceps?
later for Jimmy Roselle, and he's already dead.
Come on, bro. It's the top one, dumbass.
Oh my
Jeez
God.
Louise. I'm just
Jimmy is,
Oh my.
Jeez,
I'm
while
just
Jimmy's
gonna
fiddling
talk.
with his mic, Griff.
I'm going to talk about that.
Talk about this game, Griff. What do
Wait,
you got?
pause, you schmuck. Don't do it yet.
Mute your mic.
All right, fine. You know what?
Don't talk to the host like that.
Wait, wrong camera.
You got it, bro.
There's a lot going on my side, all right? There's a lot. I'm going to freaking max it out.
I'm not giving Jimmy shit. He figured all this shit out.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I don't know if
Oh, Lord, I can't do this. How do I mute this?
you put it all the way
I
down.
did it. And let me get the camera off me so I don't look like a dumb. I just auto-faded it.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, bro. Okay.
He's
Listen,
got his own thing going on.
I
over
don't
there.
mind that you hate Notre Dame. I don't think they're the Dallas Cowboys.
How?
Ready?
Griff,
Whoa,
let me ask you.
hold on. Let me
ask
tell you.
you.
Let me started. You're
Let
gonna
me
get started.
tell you who it. Let me tell you who it is.
Who?
The Ohio State Buckeyes.
No.
Yes.
No.
110%.
Absolutely not.
I hate
because
the
they've
fan
won
base.
recently.
Okay. There's like 2011, 12.
Notre Dame hasn't won a national championship since 1988.
Yeah, they're frauds. They are. You know
Dallas
who they,
Cowboys.
You know who they are? You know who? Let's see. Hold on. Who can I compare Notre Dame to in the NFL?
Dallas Cowboys.
I do.
bro.
I didn't know that. I didn't know they hadn't won a natty since then.
Yeah, they
No,
haven't won
they are
anything since the
frauds.
40s, the 50s, and 60s, I think, in 1988. They haven't done anything. They have such a big,
Wow.
branding. They have a whole new deal with NBC because that's why they're not
Yeah, I
affiliated
seen that,
with
I
the
seen that.
conference.
Yep.
Because they think they're better than everyone. No, Notre Dame is the Dallas Cowboys of college football, and I stand by that until the day I die.
It's fair enough.
Actually, I'll stand by that while I'm dead.
You say
Take it to
that
the
Notre
grave, that's
Dame is their
crazy.
favorite team. He will come out of the grave and beat your
Yeah,
ass.
I will.
Um,
I hate that I have relatives that are fans of him, man. It's just insane.
I think.
Damn it, this damn mic. Get back. You
Nope.
can't even hear me.
Nope. You
No.
fucked up. There you go.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the return.
Anyways,
We're back.
Notre Dame is fraudulent. They made the college football playoffs for Notre Dame. That 5 spot, I said this earlier, that 5 spot is meant for Notre Dame because they don't have a conference. And now, so 5C plays the worst team in the playoffs. Surprise, surprise, Notre Dame. Unfortunately, though, I'm going to say Notre Dame wins this game. They did have a stinker against Northern Illinois, but since then they've looked flawless. But again, you lost to Northern Illinois, so how flawless can you look? And you play teams like Navy,
Yeah.
and now you play Army. So I'm going to go Notre Dame, though.
Army by a million.
Okay, this guy
All I
hates
need to
Notre
say.
Dame. I'm glad I know this
No,
now.
and if Notre Dame was playing a shitter like Northern Illinois, I'd probably pick Notre Dame. But Army's looked really good, and they've been. I'm going to say they've been the most impressive team.
Yeah,
I would
to
agree
come
with
out.
that.
And I think I'm rooting for Army here. I'm going to
Biggest
tune into
surprise,
this
too.
game. Go Army. I'm not going to say beat Navy because I have relatives who served in the Navy. Beat Notre Dame. Hate the Irish.
Wow.
No,
Can you
don't
please
hate
stop
the Irish.
slamming on the
hate
table?
the Fighting Irish.
I'm gonna red card you if you slam on this damn table one more time. The mics are going
All right,
through
listen
my
there,
eardrums.
Pipsqueak.
Pipsqueak.
That's correct. That's a new one.
That was real low. Let me tell you something. For an Eagles fan to call me a pipsqueak.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I could say something way worse.
You're a whale, you fucking asshole.
Go at him.
Talk about
Go at him.
You
Wow.
wanna talk
Wow.
about
Wow.
Go at
where
him.
we can go with
Get
this.
the red card ready.
You say
Wow.
you say fly Eagles fly. If they had to pick your ass up and die, it'd be fucking die Eagles die. That's what it would be.
I weigh like 215.
Why did Brian get to stray? Where did that come
He
from?
caught after me.
I called you a pipsqueak.
And you know
You
what?
know what? You're fat.
You're messing with the guy who did stand up.
Jimmy.
He's not fat.
I've had a year of experience on stage and I've been booed plenty of times. I've learned how to deal with bullshit. It's the best way to put it.
Oh my god.
I have no other way to handle
Matt, just
criticism.
pick. Go ahead. Just pick
Matt,
quick.
go ahead before we go back at it.
Go Army.
Thank
that's all I got.
you.
Army. This is a hot take, but I don't care. Army is the best defense in the country.
Is there an applause
They're absurd on defense. I think they're going to shut Notre Dame and Riley Leonard down. Go Army.
God damn.
These men are going to serve our country, and they're going to beat Notre Dame.
Yeah, they are.
Damn right.
I
Don't let
will
them
be
go to
cheering
war
for
if they
Army.
do
I will
that.
be cheering for Army.
For real.
I back you, Brian.
Are we doing?
That's it,
our,
we're friends again.
Are we doing our playoff predictions?
Fine.
Save that for the next episode. I'm going to run through MLB real quick just because a couple of interesting things happened today. Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani, it was just recently announced. 2 MVPs for both of the leagues.
Congratulations to both.
Congratulations to both. No surprises
No, we
there,
fucking
in
hate the
all
Yankees.
honesty, though. All right. Fuck
Boo
you, Jimmy.
Yanks. Go Mets.
We
Oh
were in
my
the World
God.
Series. Where were you?
All right, brother.
On the couch at home.
We shouldn't have even been there. Let's be honest here.
You shouldn't have.
but guess what? Oh my God. I'm going to start singing
You
again.
lost to the Dodgers in the DS.
That's a good one.
But other news, Juan Soto stuff. Teams that are still in it, from our understandings and our reports, Mets, Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox, Blue Jays, Phils are rumored to be in there as well. They say 2 mystery teams have also been discussed. We talked about it a little bit a couple of days ago. Henry, you said Atlanta Braves.
And the
is your-
Seattle
And
Mariners.
Seattle Mariners. I had the Padres and Astros. You had the Astros too, Griff, no?
Yeah.
Did you say Mets in there?
I did say the Mets. Yeah, Mets are in there.
That's all that matters right there.
Starting pitching
Cohen,
market
baby.
heating up as well. Blake Snell, Max Fried, and Corbin Burns have all been reached out from the Dodgers and the Red Sox. So both teams looking to add. Skeens won NL Rookie of the Year. Heel won AL Rookie of the Year. All MLB teams, not really any snubs there. Everybody that made it deserved it, I would say. Only guy that you feel bad for getting left off was Gunnar Henderson. Had a fantastic year, and then just two of the best players in baseball put over him.
Yeah, you can't take Bobby Witt and Francisco Lindor off that all MLB team.
That shortstop list has 3 of the top 10 players in baseball just at that position alone. So just a tough break for him. But it's pretty much all we got for MLB. NBA, I'll rip through it real quick. De'Aaron Fox, really, really good. Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs, really, really good. Just suffered their first loss. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we move on. UFC.
Oh,
and
UFC.
boxing.
How about the Mike Tyson fight?
How about Mike Tyson's
Can we talk about this a
So
lot?
before we wait. So
camera?
we said UFC. We're gonna start boxing.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna head into the UFC. Obviously, John Jones fight. There was the Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler. There was. We'll get
Great
into
card.
it in a second. Incredible card. Dana White
Great
killed
card.
it. Trump was there, which is even funnier. I don't know if you guys saw Jones do the dance. I was
Yep.
crying
Dance,
of laughter. There's nothing
Yeah.
funnier than seeing a 6'10" muscular dude.
He's not as big as you would think he is.
He's long.
He's
He's like
big.
6'5".
He's
He's like
big, but he's
6'5".
not like
His wingspan. He's like
I think,
Katie on
6',
steroids.
6'4", 78 inch.
He's
78
the
inch
scariest dude on the planet.
So-
I'll
Longest
stand by
wingspan in
that.
the UFC.
I'd like to start with Mike Tyson's interview, and then we'll get into Jake Paul's intro. But to start things off, Mike Tyson in the back, and I don't know if you guys had watched this or not.
I
In the
watched this.
back of the in his locker room, I guess, when he was warming up, an interview came up to him, and he goes, what's your prediction for the fight? And he goes, a vicious knockout, like that. And everyone was like, oh my God. He's back on demon mode. He's like, a vicious knockout, absolutely vicious. And I'm like, damn, Mike, get his ass, baby. And then all of a sudden the camera just pans down and it's just his big ass just hanging out.
I'm so glad I wasn't watching.
love
that
Mike
fight live
Tyson.
because I would
Griff
turn
got
it
a
off
boner
and-
from it. That's how bad.
Oh, really?
I can't even throw up a yellow card for that. That was kind of funny.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having my back, guys.
No, I mean, one of the greatest all-time interview moments ever. Ever. I don't
I
think
feel like
anyone.
because it was so sudden too. It's like the last thing you would like. Mike Tyson just had
And
bare ass.
The
out.
cameraman like didn't
He
understand.
stayed on it too.
He stayed on it,
Like
and
he
then
stuck with the shot. It's like nobody wants to look at this.
But
Go
it
away.
almost was like he was just like, oh shit, his ass, and then like went up. And like, dude, what the fuck are you looking at, bro? Like you already he's already there. Like you're looking at him.
That cameraman definitely has some experience at the Diddy parties.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's
God.
the Diddy
You know what?
cameraman
I'll give
right
it to
there.
Yellow card, motherfucking obviously. And then along with that, we got to talk about the $1 million intro for Jake Paul. $1 million he spent on that.
Such a
And he came out. What
terrible-
car was that? A Bentley? What
I
was
have
it?
no idea.
Apparently, he was trying
Don't
to
even
mimic.
matter.
He was trying to mimic The Hangover. I guess that's what I was told.
Some shit like
I was
that, yeah.
told that. Now I don't know if that's
That's
true.
terrible.
But apparently,
even
there's
the
a
right
scene in The
car.
Hangover with Tyson, and I guess in that car, but I don't think it's the right car at all. I
It's
thought he was
not.
in a white car.
Because
not a
in The
bright
Hangover, it's a
green.
Mercedes. It's a nice retro Mercedes. Are you talking about the first Hangover movie?
I've only seen the first.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this was a reference. This wasn't me. This was other people telling me this. So again, not
Terrible
factually
intro.
proven. However,
Terrible intro.
I will say, coming out with your brother sitting next to you, Logan, and you're both just like I got to give props to him a little bit, right? Like
You
they've
do.
they've ran
Absolutely.
the world. They've really run the world.
Jake Paul brought back. I don't want to say he brought back boxing, but he brought back the hype.
He honestly, no, I would say McGregor brought back boxing when he came and fought Mayweather. And then after that, it opened the world to say, oh, boxing's a thing again. And then influencer boxing started. And then it was KSI and Jake Paul who brought it back. I think, the TikTok thing was kind of a waste of an event. I don't want to give any credit to Taylor Holder or Bryce Hall or anybody like that. But
That was
that
ridiculous.
was
Bryce
pretty
Hall's
sad.
brutal.
No, but he's hilarious now.
He is
the amount of
hilarious, but he's a
personal growth
terrible
that kid has
boxer.
went through, and I mean he's older than me, but that guy's went through a tremendous amount of growth. He went from I'm not a boxer, I never claimed to be a boxer, to going into bare knuckle fighting an absolute champion in the bare knuckle boxing business and knocked him out.
Yeah.
Now again, it's bare knuckles, it can go any way. That's what I try to say to everybody when they talk about fighting. Like everyone acts like they're the best fighter in the world, but it can really go any other way. You could be 215 pounds, still get knocked out by a sixth grader. Like it really matters if you just get connected. Now, obviously, the chances are very low, but a fight can always go any way, and that is a perfect example. Bryce Hall knocking out the champion. Great moment, and now he's hilarious on TikTok if you go watch him. And I don't like TikTok the most, but he makes me like it a bit more. He's fucking great. His humor is great.
Yep. But
Um,
actual fight though.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't gotten into the fight. I would say Tyson looked old.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing.
He's
And
58 years
It made
old.
me tear up. I turned it off. I kind of teared up watching it because it's like my dad when I grew up. He just talked about how vicious this guy was, and you could tell he's just moving into like his grandpa phase. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's not that guy anymore, and that's not a bad thing. He's just not that guy anymore, and honestly, it's just sad. And then when he called out Logan, I was like, dude, shut up.
Facts.
Don't do that to yourself.
No.
I mean, it was rigged from day one. You know what I mean? Like,
Probably.
I was like, come on, bro. Like, and
It was a friendly sparring match.
yeah, and like
You could tell too, because Jake hit him a couple times in that fight, and Tyson started to lose it, and Jake would get in a clinch with him to try and keep Tyson up to make that fight go all 8 rounds,
Yeah.
and it was just sad to watch.
Because
It was
keep
sad
in
to
mind, I mean,
watch.
they've been very friendly with each other, and I think Tyson has helped Jake develop as a boxer.
Yeah.
And I think it was a great idea for him to fight him because he got a shit ton of views, and
Yeah.
he put
He
it
needed the
on
money.
They put it on Netflix, and they both made a shit ton of money. But man, I mean, going to that fight, everybody's saying, "Oh, like there's no way Mike Tyson loses this fight. There's every way possible he was going to lose this fight."
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's enough of the
Yes,
boxing
agreed.
industry because that was kind of a boring fight. However, wait, before that, I want to talk about the woman fight that happened right before Mike Tyson.
Oh my God.
Greatest boxing fight I've seen in the past
was
3 years.
Insane.
I didn't get
One
to
of the
watch it,
best
but I
fights
heard
I've
a lot
ever
about
watched.
it.
Insane.
It was. Did you watch it? Did you
I
guys watch it?
watched-
I didn't watch
I watched
it.
a little bit of it. I was in
We
and
can
out.
rant about that. That was. They were going at it.
At it. Oh my God.
I've never seen two women
It
go
was
after each other like that in my life. Two
really,
men,
really
let
good.
alone, go after at it like that. Like that was one of the great. They
It
brought
was-
back women's boxing single-handedly.
was-
That fight. That was crazy.
It was a really, really, really good fight of two really, really good boxers too. And you know who was it? It was Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. I forgot their names.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I know there was a. I can't remember who won, but I know there was.
I
a
don't
big,
remember either. It was went
I
to
think it was
decision.
Amanda Serrano.
They thought it was gonna be a draw at the end. I heard a majority of people thought it was gonna be a draw. It might have ended in a draw. I have no idea. Look it up.
Katie Taylor won, but everybody
Oh.
was saying that Amanda Serrano should have won that fight because, hold on. Yeah, I mean,
The bottom
I'm
line
trying,
is,
to find,
it
I'm
was
trying to find
great.
the card. Like
They're not
the-
gonna show it, I'm
the
sure.
stat sheets and
It's
stuff like that. But apparently, it was a really controversial, unanimous decision win.
I
for
heard
Katie
everyone
Taylor.
wanted it to be a draw, and I agree because when I watched it, and again, I caught it probably about a round or two in. I want to say,
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember specifically because I was coming home from broadcasting actually for I think it was the hockey team on Friday night, and
They
I
are
remember
doing a
turning
trilogy
it
fight
on.
though, so that'll be
One of them
good to
left
watch.
with a ginormous gash on their
Yeah,
eye. I
dude, they
forget.
were busted up.
Good for them. I mean, I think it'd be
Dog
pretty
fight.
sick if women's boxing
Me too.
became a
Yeah,
big
it'd be
thing.
awesome.
Women's sports in general is on the rise, and I'm not just saying this to kiss ass, but I'm just saying this
No.
because I actually we called women's soccer the entire way through, and I
That
will
was-
say, women's soccer there ain't no flopping.
No.
Nobody
It
flops.
was- no,
If
that
you
was-
fall, you
Same
fall
thing
hard.
with women's basketball
With
too.
with men's soccer, if you fall, it's like you have no idea if they actually just faked it. Like,
No.
and I'll give them that. Like, and again, play to the ref. Griffin backs him because he played soccer. I get it, understand it. But women's soccer, you're not falling unless you actually got hit.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
and I give them props to that. Women's basketball, Caitlin Clark, and some of the, I can't think of the other 3 girls' names right now, but there's 3 girls in the league that are all on different
Angel.
teams. Who's on the
Reese,
Liberty?
Sabrina Ionescu.
Story.
Yeah,
Sabrina
yeah,
Ionescu.
Sabrina. She's insanely good.
She
I mean,
is.
they're on the rise.
Somebody
no
in
doubt.
college.
Minnesota has a couple really good players.
Hey,
too.
shout out Wendell Epps.
Yeah,
Shout out
Radio
Wendell,
broadcaster from High
Shout out
Point
Wendell.
University.
Also,
Nafisa Collier is a dog.
She's a dog.
and
She's
then
a
the
dog.
the women's college basketball, Juju Watkins, USC.
Oh my
and
gosh,
then Paige
she's
Buckers.
ridiculous.
Yep.
A lot of great players in that league, but women's sports in general on the rise. We'll cut that off at that. UFC, one of the greatest cards in the
was
history
awesome.
of the UFC, in
Really,
my
really
opinion.
fun.
I want to start by. I'll give my 3 takes. I think Matt's going to go off on the 3 takes as well. Maybe even agree.
Let me say.
Bo Nickel, I think, is the future of the UFC in that weight division specifically.
I think if he improves his strike, his wrestling's so good that like he doesn't really need to improve his
thing
striking.
is-
But if he improves his striking, he will be unstoppable.
The thing is, I get it. Last fight he wasn't striking as much.
No.
However, what is he 9-0 now?
I think so.
The
I don't know,
first
professional
8
career,
fights
6-0
or whatever it
UFC.
was, he knocked out like 3 opponents. Like it's not like
He's
he
got
doesn't
the
fight.
power.
He doesn't even have to do. He could go Khabib. He
Yeah.
can literally be the next Khabib. Probably better because of how much experience he has.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Khabib is Russian and just an absolute
Those
animal.
Dagestanis are built
Yeah,
different. though.
they're animals.
They're
insane.
different.
However,
They're
Bo
very
Nickel
different.
technically, I think, is probably a better wrestler. Technically, from the amount he's done, he's a multi-state champion.
say that.
He's a multinational
I wouldn't say
champion.
that.
He's I don't know if he was undefeated forever at Penn State, but he was almost undefeated.
The shit that those Dagestanis do is fucking
I
unreal.
understand it.
Khabib puts him through so much.
They do.
I agree.
some
Do you see the
crazy shit.
Do you see the Dagestani basketball they play?
No.
It's insane. They like wrestle each other in basketball. It's like tackle football essentially.
Yeah. They're
They're
That'll teach you.
sweating.
fucking-
They're sweating a shit ton.
They're unreal. They're
I don't know how they make weight.
Well, again, it's Russia. A little bit more.
Yeah.
Go get them and shut up if
For
you don't
sure.
want to. So, and I don't disagree with that. I mean, I think America is honestly going back to that in their own ways.
I hope so.
Well, it looks like it. Certain coaches. I mean, you look at Coach Huss. Coach Huss is no bullshit for High Point. For those who don't know, head coach of High Point men's basketball team.
You watch him on the sidelines.
Yeah,
any game,
he's no bullshit. I actually think he's one of the more
losing his
old
mind
school coaches.
every game. Yeah,
I think he's one of the more
100%.
old school coaches.
We need that.
I think
back.
we do too, and I love him as a coach. I think he's a good dude. I haven't met him yet, but shout out
What's
Coach
your
Huss.
guy.
what are your
Yeah.
other two takes there, Jimmy? So Bo
My other
McCall-
two was I also thought my other two takes is Charles Oliveira I was rooting for, but I believe Michael Chandler is the most entertaining UFC fighter in the UFC right
I
now.
agree with that.
I agree with that
100%.
as well.
He
He's
is
a fucking idiot,
explosive.
but he's so fun to watch.
I'm a Gaethje kiss ass. I will say this right now. I love Justin Gaethje. I think Justin Gaethje is the greatest in my own heart because of how much he's just improved, and he was a wrestler who transformed himself into a striker, and he's just a dog. But Michael Chandler and Justin Gaethje was one of the greatest fights. Nate Diaz obviously up there with the greats, but I'm saying most entertaining right now. Chandler will swing and stand up with you no matter
don't
what.
give a fuck. He
Doesn't
don't
matter.
care. No.
Doesn't matter. And then I wanted to say Oliveira and Stipe was a fight that almost didn't even need to happen. I think everyone kind of knew how that was going to go.
John Jones and Stipe.
Yeah, I thought John Jones needs to fight.
That spinning.
What's his name?
Aspinall.
Aspinall. If he doesn't fight Aspinall, I don't know what
I
to
don't
say.
think he will.
He
That
doesn't
spinning
have to,
back
but I
kick.
think he has to because of what's the champion who gave him the chance? There was a champion who gave John Jones the chance, and now I'm pissed. I have it on my stat sheet once again. But there was a champion when John Jones first started, when he first won his title, who didn't have to fight John Jones because he was so young. He was like,
20, I think.
yeah,
21.
and he fought him to give him the shot, and John Jones won. I think he owes Aspinall the chance, not because Aspinall deserves it, but
He's
because he
gonna-
does deserve it, not because John Jones.
I
owes
think
him
if
anything.
he beats Aspinall, all it will do is just cement his legacy further. But I feel like
sure.
John, John has said it before. The whole reason he won't fight him is because he thinks it doesn't do anything for his legacy. But you look at what Tom Aspinall has done in the time that he's been in the UFC, and like I know John doesn't think that it'll help his legacy, but UFC fans will recognize that John took out a kid who was well on his way to becoming one of the best heavyweights of all
yeah.
time and just completely stopped him in his tracks.
And it's like saying, you think about Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, right? You're like, oh, what would happen if they fought, right? Or LeBron and MJ, what would happen if they got in that 1v1? If Aspinall really goes on the path he's going and becomes one of the greats, people are going to say, oh, Jones and Aspinall, though, who wins? And people are going to say, oh, John Jones, or oh, Aspinall, the kids who grow up now watching UFC. But, like, they can make it happen right now and just end the talk. Nobody talks about Canelo and Mayweather, right? Because they fought. Even though I think Canelo would probably have a way better chance nowadays than when he was 18 fighting Floyd Mayweather, it still happened because Mayweather was smart enough to realize that he was probably going to be the next big thing. And I think John Jones has to realize this and say, I just got to knock him out and be the GOAT forever. Nobody else is behind
I don't
him.
think he has to knock him out as long as he just beats him.
I will say, though, I think if he does beat him, Pereira is going to be next. And I don't think Pereira should happen.
Pereira should not be fighting anybody above light heavyweight.
Thank you. You know what, Matt? I don't know the applause button. Oh, that ain't it.
Alex Pereira should not be fighting anybody above light heavyweight. I don't even know if he's going to beat Magomed Ankalaev. Like I don't. That's going to be a fight that we're going to have to watch because Ankalaev is such a good grappler and such a good wrestler that we haven't seen Pereira grapple and wrestle yet. We've only seen him strike with people.
Yeah.
And even Ankalaev is a solid striker too. So I mean. That's going to be a fight that has to be made
it
first.
could happen,
I
yeah.
think if he beats Ankalaev, then, I mean, he's got nowhere else to go but John Jones. But I think if he loses to Ankalaev, I think he'll drop back down to middleweight and either go trilogy or not trilogy, I guess. No, it would be a trilogy in the UFC
For them too?
for Adesanya and
Pereira?
Pereira.
Yeah, but it'd be
I don't
like
think
the one
that'll
their
happen,
6-time all fight. Or
Yeah.
maybe one of
I
those.
think
Because they
actually-
fought in kickboxing.
I think he'll fight the winner of. So the plan right now, I think UFC's plan right now is to do Duplessis versus Strickland. Whoever wins that fight versus Hamzat Shemaev. Whoever wins that fight, I think will either verse Pereira or Israel Adesanya for the middleweight title. I think if Pereira comes back down from light heavyweight, they'll fight Pereira. But if Pereira stays at light heavyweight, they'll go with
Me and Matt could
Israel Adesanya.
talk UFC for like 2 hours, but we're not going to do that anymore because I see Brian and Griffin sitting here like,
I just don't
This
know
is
much.
great.
I just don't know much
I
about
was
it.
no,
having a
I
good
understand.
time.
This was me with college football. I was just picking off the teams I like and off the guys I don't like on the teams. But Are we good? Do you think that's it?
I think that's
We
it.
don't have our 10-leg parlay this week. We're going to have to sit down. Brian's trying to get on Underdog right now, and I'm trying to get my free $25 from him, but it's not working.
I still haven't got the $25 from Matt, so I don't think you're gonna do that.
I don't know. It's
I'm
fine.
on. I'm in there.
I got $1
Do I have
left.
to make a bet first? Is that why?
I don't know, bro. To be honest with you,
Again,
try. Go ahead. Why
not a
I'll
big
put
gambler
something together.
myself. I've put $10 in since fucking like August,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
still
yeah,
have
we
it.
know, Jimmy,
And
yeah.
Matt's pretty good at it, so he's up. Griffin's terrible. I mean, he's up. No, I'm
Yeah, I was
joking.
about to
You're
say,
up. He's up
yeah.
like $80. He's doing pretty good. Hanway and I are both kind of like intermediate guys, but we're gonna do our own little 10-leg parlay starting probably next week when we get on Underdog successfully. Underdog sponsor us. Oh, look at this notification from Underdog right now. Let's see what they said. Game's on. Yeah, I know. I'm not gambling, honey. Thank you. Maybe if you sponsor me, I will. Thank you for watching episode 1 of the 4G podcast. Once again, Jimmy Roselli, Griffin Wright, Brian Hanway, and let me give it Matt Santana right there. Great first episode. We'll be here for as long as we can. Matt doesn't graduate till next year, so we're living life happily. So you got us for a year and a half. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on the 4G podcast.